Hey gang, I'm still in the process of putting things into piles and putting piles into boxes and taking those boxes and putting them in other boxes and then putting those boxes in great big stacks and then standing behind the stacks of these boxes and defending my box fortress. But as I'm in the process of doing all of that, I do take short breaks, and the last couple of quick caps that I've done, they've been pretty fun, and I've been surprised at how little energy is actually involved in producing these things when I do not care about the production values and don't particularly care about the quality of content. So I think I may be banging out a couple more of these just as I go along, mostly for my own entertainment. And if anyone else finds them entertaining, then, good on you. But taking a look at the people that I'm subscribed to and what they've been talking about, a couple of things spring to mind. First, that any connection between the burning of a book and the concept of free speech um, is some combination of circuitous and tenuous. And I know this is kind of a no shit statement, but I'm going somewhere less no shit from that. This is not to say that it could not be supported, could not be defended, but honestly, I've gotten my hands dirty enough in the worlds of of logic, rhetoric, argumentation, and philosophy of language that I feel fairly confident in saying that we can propose support for damn near anything, and with even a modicum of skill, can make that support sound reasonably plausible. So this proposition that there is a link between the burning of a book and expression of and retention of and protection of free speech is at best counterintuitive. Um, but extending benefit of the doubt, let's pretend that robust argument that has withstood the battery of scrutiny in support of this proposition has been presented, and if it has, I have yet to see it. But let's pretend that it has. The person in that position must then also demonstrate why the burning of this particular book is preferable to the burning of other books. Why this particular book, in its destruction, becomes an expression of and protection of free speech. Why burning 40,000 copies of the Quran is preferable to burning 40,000 copies of Catcher in the Rye or 40,000 copies of Spider-Man. Why this particular book? And then they've got the much more daunting task of defending the relationship between a particularity and a generality or a universal proposition. Why this particular book, in its particularity and in the particularity of this relationship to it, that relationship involving gasoline, why that very particular series of propositions affirms a universal, like something as abstract as freedom. I don't envy somebody trying to take that one on. But for me, here's the real linchpin, the real clincher. One then has to my thinking, illustrate how and why in this expression or retention of free speech through the destruction of a book, that one can actually, well, actualize that freedom in a meaningful way. To put it very bluntly, if the only way that, or the most effective way that a given person can come up with protecting free speech is the burning of books, I have to ask if they had anything worth saying to begin with. and if there is any way that they are exercising that freedom that is meaningful. I'm inclined to say if most of what you do with free speech is burning books, that in your case, that freedom is largely superfluous.